Welcome to the Resume Relevant Experience section tutorial sponsored by the Saginaw Valley State University Office of Career Planning and Placement. Let's begin. Relevant experience is important to have on a resume because it informs potential employers that you have worked in positions similar to the one you are applying for. Excellent sources for relevant experience include co-ops or internships. If you do not have any relevant experience, do not include this section on your resume. You may want to contact the Career Planning and Placement Office for additional information regarding the Cooperative Education and Internship Program. Start with the most recent position first. For positions taking place at the same time, list the one taking place the longest first. Let's look at an example. The position title will be the most important piece of information that you can provide to an employer. Therefore, it should be the first thing listed. To add emphasis to the position title, it is recommended that you use the bold font style. This will draw the reader's attention. The dates that you are serving in a position are also appropriate for the first line of this section. You only need to include the month and year. Be sure to abbreviate any months that contain 5 or more letters. Place the organization's name in the second line of the position details. In most cases, the position title provides more information about your abilities than does the organization's name. Include the organization's city and state on this line as well. You do not need to include a street address or zip code. If your potential employer needs this information, they will request it in the form of an application. Use bullet statements to demonstrate your significant accomplishments or to highlight the skills introduced to an employer within the objective section. It is recommended that you write 2 to 4 bullet statements per position held. Be sure to follow the guidelines established in the Writing Effective Bullet Statements tutorial to best represent yourself to the potential employer. Remember, action words and bullet statements should not repeat themselves within your resume. Consistency is a big factor when writing about previous positions held. Note how organized and professional this resume appears. Now look at the following resume. It has several inconsistencies. Note that 1. The dashes used to separate the dates are at different locations and sizes throughout the resume. 2. The dates do not line up along the right margin. And 3. The author used periods to end some bullets, but not all of them. These 3 factors can harm your chances when applying for positions. Employers will question your ability to pay attention to detail when these errors appear on a resume. Finally, in lieu of listing relevant experience, it is possible to list a relevant coursework section within your resume. When listing courses taken, you do not need to list the course numbers. Instead, list the course titles. List only the courses relevant to the position you are applying for. Let's look at a couple examples. This is an example of a relevant coursework section for accounting. This is an example of a relevant coursework section for graphic design. And finally, this is an example of a relevant coursework section for mechanical engineering. This concludes the Resume Relevant Experience section tutorial. Please feel free to contact the Career Planning and Placement Office in Curtis Hall 111 at 989-964-4954 or email careers@svsu.edu if you have any questions.